Devastation second to none is how the councillor for Ekurhuleni described the scene in Boksburg where an LPG tanker exploded on Christmas Eve. But the damage is clear for everyone to see.
The devastation here on the scene of the blast this morning in Boksburg is absolutely incredible. 8 people are already dead, 2 of them children. Injuries are countless and the bridge has collapsed. It is incredible to see here. It is something out of a war zone.
G'day, this is Councillor Simon Lapping from the city of Ekurhuleni. I'm standing here near the Boksburg BBH hospital where an explosion of LP gas happened underneath the bridge next to the hospital. Walking through here was just a sign of absolute devastation. I've never seen something like this ever before. We walked around and I managed to find what looks like 6 adults have been killed and 2 children have been killed. I don't know what to say, it's just unbelievable. Just the day before Christmas when we started to celebrate the birth of Christ, and this has to happen. People's homes around here have been damaged, people are traumatized, and there are many people have been injured.
It's a hive of activity here around Taba Memorial in Boksburg where the gas explosions occurred earlier this morning. A growing number of emergency services are arriving. That is after JMPD arrived just over an hour late this morning. But they do suspect that there is a gas pipeline underneath the road that may or may not explode. So they're busy evacuating the area. The bomb explosive experts have arrived. But conspicuous by her absence is Ekurhuleni Mayor Tanya Campbell, who did put out a statement of condolences, but not a single member of the mayoral committee or the council are present except for a sole ward councillor who has come to try and help wherever he can.
Record, I'm Gerald Goslin from the Ward 32, stay in Boksburg East here. On scene when I arrived there were chaplain guys, there were security companies and firefighters, some police members that arrived after the fact, but the EMPD that should have been doing crowd control wasn't here till about half an hour after the second explosion, which resulted in several casualties and injuries taking place.
So, are you saying that if they actually responded to an emergency call or even answered the phone, there might have been fewer people dead and injured?
If they had done that, or even just watched the social medias like they would, as if they were sitting on their phones, they would have realized that what was happening, because everything was being circulated on WhatsApp and Facebook long before any emergency calls were made, and they could have attended because they are merely a few kilometers away from where this happened.
At 20:08 we received a call from an explosion in Railway Street, close to the OR Tambo Hospital. On the arrival of the scene there was multiple patients and 8 patients that passed on due to the injuries sustained of the explosion. All EMS services was accounted for from the local emergency services and private facilities, as well as the provincial EMS services. All patients has been transported to different facilities for treatment and management for severe burn wounds.